AE2. I'm finding some deficiencies in my setup. Maybe this will be a lessons learned episode because I don't know if it's going to be a how-to. Maybe how to not do things. I got so many issues. Where to start? First off, I boot up my world. It's a server. It's been running overnight. I figure some of these crafts would have finished, but they're not. They're locked up. I got a refined circuit and something else going on there that are stuck. Those are supposed to be being made over here. Yeah. Got nothing in there. And this guy, nothing in there. So it's clearly stuck before this stage. Originally, all three of these recipes use the same fluid, so I had them all in one interface, but if one requires the previous one, which requires the previous one, it makes more sense to split them up so they run in parallel and not series where the machine's overloaded. But what would even make more sense is drawers or bulk storage. Essentially push out, 1,000 and then stop. I kind of want to get away from drawers. This is one of the first things I built. It's kind of chaotic. I'm going to definitely tear it down. I don't like it. This was my new design, but I don't think on-demand is going to work. I've heard a lot of people say it, and I see their point now. You need to have bulk storage. I need to have thousands of something. I can't just wait for the equipment to make something. On-demand will not work, is what I'm trying to say. Where are these guys hung up? We're hung up on capacitors. That is interesting. You're hung up on capacitor. Aha, this is really interesting. That is the best thing ever. I'm so happy that exists. Oh no. SMD. Okay. And you probably can't get made because some material got taken, I guess. That's for 1,000. What are we short of? We're short of nothing. How interesting. If I cancel that and cancel that, are you going to happen? We scheduled 80. Are we making 80? What's going on here? Those ones? Why not just ask? See, here's a perfect example of this on-demand nonsense. We need to have 1,000 just sitting there ready to go. Aha, gallium. That's problematic. I don't have a good way of getting that. Are you started yet? No. Oh, interesting. What are we waiting on? Oh no. The cluster mill. The cluster mill. So we got nothing in there. It's got power. Output's on. Recipes are in there. I think this is what we're waiting on. I'm pretty sure I put the output to the top. We can double check. Yeah, I think the issue is I didn't put allow inputs and outputs on the same side. So shift right click in the corner. Disallow. Allow. Okay, so it was set right. Interesting. Why are you not pushing? Oh no. The other day, I accidentally hit this with a wrench. And it moved. I didn't think it moved. I don't know if there's a way to make it look like that, where it pushes in any direction. I would love it if it just got rid of, without having to break it. That is definitely not what I want. What if I shift right click? Nope. Well, you know what? For now, that'll work. If I ever put another cluster mill up there for advanced, for more capacity, I'll have to break it and replace it. Like this one will push down and push up. And then if there's another one of these machines to the left and right, it'll push left and right. But it's smart enough to not push left and right if there's an interface next to it. But if you have a chest next to it, it'll definitely push into that. And what I think I need to do, or what I was planning on doing actually when I logged on today to fix these bulk supply issues, was to do something like I did with DML, deep mob learning. I have each one of these items has a drive, a 4K drive, and the max size is 32,512, judging by the size of that. And each one of these is named for organization. And I have emitters that are supposed to stop extracting if it's full. for everything except for these matters, the extraterrestrial, the overworld, and the hellish stuff. That stuff's always getting made all the time, so you just have to throw an interface on here, only allow those to go into it and go into a trash can. The idea is you don't want to have just everything overflowing into the trash can because it's just wasting energy and even like probably game ticks. It just creates lag, I suppose. It's funny I say that as I experience a massive lag spike. Here's a problem, is my EnderIO Redstone Conduit is failing me. If we look at this, we will see that we've got 20k diamonds, and that's problematic because that's dropping. It's supposed to be pretty high because that's what my power is using here. And if we look, we've got all these diamonds. Why are they not getting extracted? If we look up, well, that's pearls. I guess it is up. If we have less than 30,000 diamonds, we're supposed to emit red. Well, we have 20,000, so we're emitting red. That's true. So why are we not extracting? Well, all of these things insert into exactly one interface, which is probably this guy. No, that is wrong. It is the one that's right here. If you follow the cable, you would see that. It's full of gold. So we've made too much gold, and since gold is sitting in this interface, clogging it up, nothing else can go in. And if we take a quick look here, we're going to see, yes, gold is completely maxed out. It's probably one of these red drives. Probably this one in the corner. Yes, gold ingot. So this was supposed to be my master plan. Make subnets for every little system and just max out drives. Like have a drive that's specifically for a certain common material. Which seems excessive, and maybe I will just do drawers, but God, I'm tired of drawers. They make things too easy. When you try to overcomplicate something, everything breaks on you. And I debated if this was a chunk thing, because I was thinking, I tried to stick all of the conduits in the same chunk. And if we look at the claim chunks here, we see that I've chunk loaded everything. We got 51 chunks loaded apparently. And it's happened to me before in different areas, and I don't get why it breaks. And it's not always the same one. Today it's gold. A while ago it was something else. I thought it was a weird quirk, but now that it's happened again, I think gold, yes, gold is right here. So this is Guardian models that make me, got the fish selected here, I got the gold, and then I got the aluminum, right? The gold's my problem right now. This was just me testing earlier, but I hadn't fixed it yet. So we're supposed to extract if yellow is high. If we look on here, we can see that we're extracting. Blue is my insert channel into my AE2 system. So if we get a yellow and a high, which is what this redstone conduit is delivering, is a yellow, we should be extracting. And if we look here, we see that yellow is off because we definitely have more than 30,000. We've got 32,000. You're off. For some reason, this conduit is failing me and it's locked high. And what's really interesting is the redstone conduits only exist in this column and then horizontally here. They're not connected across to the next chamber. See how there's redstone logic here for extracting this way? When we go to the next one, these two share redstone in the middle, or the extraction point. I don't know a better way to say that, but here's an extraction point, here's an extraction point, here's an extraction point. So this redstone conduit is not tied, it's only in this block space. Why on earth is green high? Because not a single one of these emitters is set to green. Hard to see, but that's a cyan. And then that's magenta. And there's yellow. And then there's lime. Not hunter green. Which of course correspond to magenta, cyan, lime. Oops, yellow, lime. Bit of a seizure there. And what's really weird too is like brown, it's still high. It's locked high. Blue is high. But what's curious is when you get to some colors, it actually turns off. Now that has to be a bug, right? Orange, there's no orange. There's no white, black. The red comes back. Oh, now it's stuck high. Orange. We go back to yellow. Is that not just the most peculiar thing? Problem is I can break it, but if I break it, I have to fix the redstone again. If we put this conduit back on, and we reset the lime on the piece I didn't break, so that means output must be lime. And if we check outputting on yellow, we're off. Get rid of this so it's not confusing. So it's like an end of the line thing, because as soon as I did that, it's updated. It's no longer sending me a redstone signal. Light blue. Now, should light blue be on? Yes, light blue should be on, magenta should be on, and lime green. So 3 out of the 4 should be on. Magenta's on, orange is off. The lime is on, okay. Yellow is off, light blue is on, magenta. Yeah, I kept these 4 colors closely together. What's really strange is me just breaking this last end of the line rung seems to fix everything. That's very peculiar. I guess I should change this back to green. Take you off. Like I said, this logic, it's all in one chunk, and it's happened in a few different spots. It always seems to be this chunk. I don't know if anything's happened over here. Maybe, I can't remember. It's very strange. And it breaks an otherwise decent design. Because now that I pull all this gold out, a ton of items come flooding in. And I need to throw speed upgrades in, because I don't think... Where's this stuff going? Getting pulled out. Is it getting inserted so quickly that I can't see it? It must be. Yeah, the obsidian's getting cooked as soon as it comes in. The diamonds are increasing. It was just too fast to see, that's fine. All this gold, I guess I got no other recourse but to make a few stacks and just dump this in, dump this in. What's cool too is you can't just stick something in that doesn't belong in there, because everything's formatted in such a way. Is anything else gonna get broken now? One thing I need to try actually is, because it seems to be the end of the line, doing a block update on it. I wonder if I was to throw a redstone conduit at the tip and then break it off. I'll have to try that next time. And of course I'm playing 1.12 and it's such an old version, it's not worth reporting. Like typically I would have went to the GitHub and I would have tried to collect information, you know, made a little video, made a little example how to replicate the issue. But it's not worth it, because this is definitely end of life. What do you call it? It's not supported anymore. It's so old, 1.12. And I can't tear down all this stuff that I need to fix, and I can't implement this little subnet system conduits in the redstone for turning stuff on and off, because the EnderIO conduits do not seem stable enough. Which is highly disappointing, because I kind of like this system. I don't know.